Hello everybody. We are going to get started on how to prepare for our lesson today. So, if you are watching this video before class, awesome. We are going to create our login so that we can move things faster when we get to class. If you're watching this in class, we need to get going. So, explorelearning.com. We've been there before, but we need to create a new login today. Sorry if that's a pain in your butt, and if you're already got your old stuff saved, you need to log out of the old account. So you can see me here. I'm logging out, and I'm going to go back to the main page now that I'm logged out. Cool. So this screen should be familiar to you. You're going to go to Login and Enroll. This should be really familiar, and we're going to input a new class code here at the bottom. Depending on who your teacher is, or if you're an honors student, you're going to use the codes that you see on the screen. So make sure you pause right now, get the class code that you need, and then you're going to enter that class code into this bottom box right here. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to put the code in for Ms. Connell's class since that's me. If you're honors, though, make sure that you put in the honors code and click Enroll. Okay? It says Enroll in class. Yes. But you're going to create a new account. Don't already log in if you already have one. Don't do it. Don't do it. Create a new one. And what we want you to do is type in your first name, your last name. You do not have to do email. And then your username should be your first name, last name, NVVA. That's your username. And then whatever password you want, you're going to type it in and confirm it and click Submit. Okay, if you're at this point and you've done this and you are doing this before class, stop here. We're going to watch the rest of the video or move on in class. If you are doing this right now in class, you're going to click Submit and move on to the next step. So when you log into your screen, you're going to see the class, and you're going to see a gizmo here called Rabbit Population by Season, and you're going to click Launch, or Launch Gizmo, it should say on yours. This is the gizmo we're going to be working on today. It'll load. All right, and right now we just want you guys to get started on playing around with the gizmo and getting comfortable with it, and then we're going to assign some scenarios to you guys and have you guys play out different outcomes for what's going to happen in the gizmo. So what this is a rabbit population, and you're going to be able to change different conditions for which the rabbits live, and then you're going to be able to see what happens to them. So you can see here it says land, little, moderate, and ample. That means a little bit, some, and a lot. So if you notice this fence right here on the screen, if I click little, it's going to move all the way over here, and the rabbits only have this small area. Moderate to the middle, ample is all the way to the other screen. So you can click a land selection, and then you can click different conditions, or you don't have to. You can click that there's a harsh winter and a cold spring, or all three, or just two. It's up to you. And then, kind of like last time, you're going to hit play, but only this time it does not track how long your gizmo is running for, so you're going to have to count. The nice thing is you get to move your simulation speed as well, though. So if you want it to move faster, which I highly encourage you to do, then you can do that. Push play, and then you're going to have to wait for this to load 1 year and 2 years. Okay, so you're going to kind of have to count on your own and try and go at least 10 years would probably be ideal. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll see at the top here we have different selections we're going to play with to see what happened to the population. So I'm going to click pause when I'm done and go to table, and this is going to tell me all of my data. It's at the bottom now, so you're going to have to scroll up. It's going to tell me all of my data from the first time all the way up until whatever year we're talking about. Okay? So how many rabbits are increasing versus decreasing per season. So you can kind of see the changes that occur over time, but that's a lot harder to read. If we go to bar chart, it'll tell us just kind of how many rabbits are at a certain time. So this isn't really going to be super helpful because our rabbit population really doesn't get past 100. You can click show value, but this graph is going to be what's most helpful. so we can kind of see what happens. You can drag this over, and the population stays pretty consistent there. So you're going to be playing with the conditions and looking at the trends in our data, and notice that pretty much our population of rabbits under these conditions stays at 50. Okay, so just play around with this for a little bit, and then we'll come back together and get going.